Okay, let's go inside this ancient waterway. Ooh, this is kind of cool.
It basically warps back into the sewers. Okay, this is kind of important.
I think I may have uncovered Bilal's assumed identity. I'm very close. But here's what you need to know. To find Cool's blood, we need to get through the aqueduct.
Don't like the effect on her voice, though.
There are 2 levers that control the entrance beneath the waterfall.
Why is she like British or whatever?
I don't know. I'm gonna go on the Western Channel.
I don't like the look of this place. Something was here.
It's basically the sewer. We've already been through the sewers, essentially, right?
Yeah, we did for that one level.
I just opened a satchel and it said dodged.
Okay.
Did I dodge the opening of the satchel?
I remember at my 10th birthday party, Diablo came without a fucking gift. And then he ate all the pretzels and cupcakes. My mother spent an hour on those goddamn cupcakes and he fucking ate all of them. You'd think he would have at least brought a gift, but all he did was feel up my sister and leave.
At his 10th birthday party. It doesn't make a lot of sense.
Oh, poor Deckard.
That was just a taste.
It's the unspoken lore.
Why can't I be a Blizzard writer?
More like your uncle than you know.
For this reason, exactly.
I'd make Deckard Cain much more interesting. You know, considering I know nothing about him.
I honestly think I like your lore better than the actual Blizzard lore.
I definitely need to be a lore writer.
And believe me, Deckard is one of my favorite Diablo characters.
Ooh. Movement speed. I'm trying to think of like what terrible things could have happened to Deckard Cain to make him so bitter towards Diablo.
Oh my god, magic weapon? That sounds fun. Oh no, familiar I don't earn until the next level, but I'm definitely gonna try that. I can upgrade diamond skin. No, that seems a little gay. Arcane what?
Then, when I was 16 and got my first job at the local CV Walgreens, Diablo came in and bought a pack of Big Mambo condoms. And I went, Diablo, why are you buying such large condoms? Diablo looks at me and goes, why don't you ask your mom, Deckard? To which I replied, Diablo, why are you such a dick? To which Diablo replied, why don't you ask your sister, Deckard Cain?
Oh my god. It's like the most upsetting thing.
Diablo's probably done nothing to anyone else. Just Deckard Cain.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
I don't know if it's funny or if I'm just exhausted.
I think it's both.
Oh, that was the grossest noise. Leia, you gotta keep that to yourself now. You know what we talked about. Why don't you ask your sister, Deckard? When you gain one more level, you get to choose your second passive skill.
Awesome. Then, Diablo came back a month later. And he comes back and this time he buys the fucking fire and ice condom. And I asked him, Diablo, why are you buying the fire and ice condoms? And he goes, because I need this extra stimulation because your cousin Scooch isn't gonna do it for me.
Even though it did have its dangerous side. I can't tell
Oh
you
my
how many
god.
times I had to
If you have any female viewers,
skeletons.
I apologize.
40% of my audience is female.
Supposedly.
Supposedly, according to the demographics. The number's gonna fluctuate to a nice 10%, I'm sure.
I'm sure of it.
Oh, poor Deckard.
Dude, oh my god, I found another Fez, and this one's socketed.
Socketed Fez. How does one socket a Fez?
How do you not socket a Fez? Didn't plus 5% life. Yes. There we go. Eastern Channel.
That's one lever down.
Gee, thanks. I totally couldn't tell. It's not like I activated the lever. Thanks. And then, when I got to high school, that's when the real shit hit the fan. You see, Diablo and I both joined the sophomore football team, and it was the last game of the season, and I really needed to score a touchdown to make my father love me. Me and Diablo were both running to get the ball, and Diablo tripped me, grabbed the ball, and got the touchdown. When I got home, my father beat me, and when I saw Diablo the next day, he said, "Gee, Deckard, good job not getting the pass, faggots." It was the most unsexual experience of my life.
Oh my god.
That wasn't until I met my first girlfriend. And when we got into bed, the first thing she told me was, "Gee, Deckard, why don't you do me like Diablo does?"
Oh lord.
Nothing spoils the mood more than Diablo's wiener in my memory.
That's impossible.
Why would Deckard be leaving these notes anyway?
Why would he be writing this down?
In such conversational tone.
Philosopher Caddis said, if you want to know the truth of a city, you need look no further than the state of its infrastructure.
Oh lord.
Chaldean is based on filth and demons.
Yes. And
So-
demons.
Alright, so what Deckard used to do in like Diablo 1 and 2, his line was, "Stay a while and listen," was what he'd always say. No, I
Makes it
swear to
even
God, that was
better.
kind of his thing, and it was awesome. But that was his phrase. So,
There are
yeah,
no more
every time you talk to him, he'd go, "Stay a while and listen," and then he'd, you know, give you his little spiel.
About his sister.
Yeah. But, so, obviously, Diablo dies in this one, but I think it was Dorkly did a comment, or a comic, rather, that, like, Diablo came back at the end and he, like, emerged from hell with a staff, and he's like, "Hey, Diablo, why don't you stay a while and listen?" And, like, dropped down and stabbed him with his staff. That would have been an awesome ending. This is not how the game ends, though.
Yeah, because Deckard Cade died.
Well, I mean, he could be in hell. Why not?
He's in hell feeling with Diablo's sister.
Succubus. I got some legendary boots. They give me 22 dexterity, 22 intelligence, 4 vitality, and they only require level 3. That's really good.
Better now.
My god, I laughed so hard at that comment, my throat hurts now.
I'm sure Deckard Cain is definitely like the most spiteful asshole towards Diablo for the most basic reasons. Oh, we gotta go get that loot guy.
I'd hardly call those basic reasons.
Belial must really want it.
You dropped a lot of money.
Yeah. I did eventually get a wife. Unfortunately, I think she may have cheated on me. You see, the first baby we had, he was born with horns and red skin, and he was 20 feet tall. And I'm sure he was Diablo's son, that son of a bitch.
My animations aren't playing on one of my attacks right now.
Which one?
Arcane Orb.
What's it doing instead?
Nothing.
Interesting. Which potion am I gonna put?
Alright, I fixed it. Oh, you can enable and disable player health bars. That's kind of neat.
How would you do that?
I don't know. If you hit D, you can turn on my thing. And you can see McBiddies, probably.
No, I see. Zach002.
Oh, that's a bummer.
What's the point of being able to name your character if it doesn't really, show?
It's more
I just
for
realized
you.
that guy is in our party, but he's not actually here.
That's strange.
What did you do to earn the
Yeah, my animations aren't playing for that ability, for whatever reason. I think it's still hurting people.
It definitely is.
I'm just not seeing any animations for it.
Interesting.
It's peculiar. It plays when I don't have Arcane Orbit.
Arcane Orbit.
Well, that's the upgrades thing called.
For a healthy meal.
When I have that, it plays no problem.
Did I tell you about one of my least favorite things in sitcoms?
No.
I hate when a sitcom has been around for a long time to the point where they do that commercial where it's like a narrator will be like, it's the best season, and then they'll cut to a clip randomly out of context from the show where a character will be like, yeah! And then they'll be like, it's gonna have the most gags, and then it'll cut to a clip where they're like, oh, this is gonna be funny. They take things out of context. I don't know why, but whenever I see that, it's always for sitcoms. It pisses me off.
It's not limited to just sitcoms.
Always sitcoms, though.
I mean, primarily, but
I don't know why it frustrates me so much. I don't know why I'm randomly thinking about it.
I think it makes me maybe a little bit more upset when they do it for movies like Madagascar.
Oh my god, yes.
I think it's worse in that particular instance.
I didn't like the Madagascar movies at all.
I
know
didn't.
I know a lot of people liked it, but I just couldn't.
Didn't they make like 3 or 4 of them?
Oh yeah, there's like 4 of them. And there was the TV show.
Oh god. Oh my god. I don't know if it was just because when I started watching that TV show, albeit very briefly, but the animation quality dropped significantly.
For the Penguins one?
No, between the movie and the TV show.
A secret.
Oh yeah. I mean, that's to be expected.
But I mean, it was like for most of them, you expect maybe a little, but it was bad.
Yeah.
My archives.
Dude, this guy totally isn't gonna betray us.
It was like 5 frames per animation. It was bad.
Comfortable in here.
It wasn't even that, it was just like, oh, this guy, get him out of the barrel.
What's he doing in this barrel? How did he get down here without activating the levers?
I don't know. Diablo probably put it in there after he took his sister to prom.
Are you still alive out there? Or is it the monster?
A perfectly... Dude, I think he was taken straight out of Milan.
I am seeking a magic crucible that legend says was hidden in these very
Straight from Milan.
Definitely.
valuable addition to my jeweler's tools. Help me find it, and I will be greatly indebted to you.
Dude, that is a sweet sword.
How rude of me.
The
I forgot
bullseye
to introduce
slasher.
myself. My name is Covetous Shen.
Is that really your name?
Why, yes. It's been mine as long as I can remember.
I like this guy.
He's
funny.
pretty enjoyable. I do enjoy it. I do like his character quite a bit.
Does he join me?
Sealed me in there. This place is quite dangerous.
Like, does he
without a
fight?
knowledgeable guide.
I don't believe he
I'm to
fights.
believe that you are such a guide?
Oh yeah.
So I get the shitty Templar, but I can't have this guy.
5 times and never stub a toe.
He doesn't fight people, though.
I'll make him fight people. I'll beat him if he doesn't fight him.
You'll beat him? Oh god.
Beat him with a stick.
It's my stick. Got him.
What a fascinating place this is. Oh, look at all this wonderful architecture. You could walk all the way around the world and never find its like. Except for this part. I've seen this somewhere else before.
I like this guy.
He's quite enjoyable. I feel like at every single gathering that Deckard Cain has ever been to, Diablo is just there feeling up one of his relatives.
My Auntie Carolyn!
Get your bitch-ass hands off my grandmother, Diablo!
Guide got off to. His name was Gavin, I believe. Yes, that was it.
10,000 years old.
Fellow. He must still be around here also,
I feel like Diablo's just this big bro douchebag. Oh man, I'm sorry I gave your grandma a heart attack. I guess I filled her up too bad.
Oh my gosh, I love, I think one of my favorite things about working at the package store is, like, when you're ringing somebody out and, like, it'll be, like, a guy and some of his friends, and, like, his friends will, like, make fun of him for buying, like, Pabst Blue Ribbon, which is, like, the most college beer you can get. And it's like, dude, what the fuck are you getting? It's like, I've had friends, like, or other people's friends, like, make fun of their friends. Great. Like, borderline hazing. It's fantastic.
Oh my god. What did your friends drink in high school? Because, see, my friends, the only beer they could, like, alcohol they could get a hold of was, fucking Jaeger. And Jaeger is the most disgusting thing.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know much about it personally. None of my friends. I mean, again, my friends were all about cigars.
Oh my god.
Not drinking, which is the stupidest thing. The stupidest of things. Tony, can I read this skill description for you?
Go for it, bro.
Thrust a beam of pure energy forward.
If you know what I mean. Wink.
Winky blinky.
No, but my friends were into drinking, and I mean, like, I don't like drinking.
It doesn't do anything for me.
Alcohol tastes like shit to me, and I mean, I don't really get drunk, you know. I guess it's my Portuguese resilience. But they were into
Dude,
Jaeger,
look at
and it was
this.
the worst thing. Oh, that's so cool. Why don't I get cool abilities? I get this.
You and I are the same. But those others, the fallen angel, the witch, they're using you for their own ends.
Dude, shut up, cool. You're not so cool.
Can I choose him? Do I have to do what Tyrell says? I'd rather hang out with this guy.
I doubt that would end well. Those who seek power are often destroyed.
Jaeger's
by
expensive, though.
There's no need to
Jaeger's
be
disgusting. Tastes like Listerine mouthwash.
That's what people say!
Then I'll show you what a minimum can
It legitimately tastes like Listerine. I don't understand why people think it's good.
I looked up online because I had no idea what the heck it was, and somebody's like, contrary to popular belief, does not contain elk blood.
could not destroy them.
I was like, what?
Lock the door behind them. I still have the key.
Alright, so we gotta go into some caves.
Dude, that ability is the coolest.
I'd say so. Isn't it exactly the same as like 3 of your other abilities?
Welcome to Blizzard. Guys, oh man, I have to design art assets for like 3 more abilities. No, just use the same ones we've already used. Just color it red. Did you hear that some of the new console games that are being ported to PC are going to have file sizes as large as 40 gigabytes?
That's ridiculous.
I almost guarantee you that's uncompressed textures.
Probably. Oh, excuse me. Pre-rendered cutscenes, most likely.
Oh god,
My mother told me not to join the Major's army.
The problem that I have with old games and pre-rendered cutscenes is it's like, oh god, can we skip this terrible looking pre-rendered cutscene so that I can get back to my game rendered in full 1080p HD?
Yeah. Traveler's pouch.
It's like I think it's the best problem you can possibly have on a really powerful gaming computer.
I mean, that's what I have with Age of Empires 3. Where all the cutscenes look like shit.
But the game itself looks pretty decent.
Yeah. Where's this goddamn cave?
That's why I like PC games. They age better.
Indeed.
Because like Far Cry 3, I don't know, maybe 10 years from now won't be anything special, but running it maxed, that'll be nice. Of course, nobody can run Far Cry 3 maxed because the game is optimized kind of awfully. At least the grass. For whatever reason, games that have a lot of foliage do not run well.
Well, foliage takes forever to render.
So that takes forever to render, it takes a lot of resources to render.
Okay. Scholarly Fez.
I mean, don't get me wrong, I have
You have no more space. I think I'll be the one making that decision.
The requirements for this game are pretty ridiculous considering what it should be able to run on.
This game did take a lot, in all honesty. What is this guy? This guy's cool looking.
And he's dead.
Oh. I wanted him to live for more than 2 seconds.
Good point.
I want Blizzard to just hurry up and finish with WoW so they can make WoW 2.
They're not gonna make WoW, so it's gonna be a new IP.
I know.
And then they're gonna announce it, spend 6 years, it's gonna go through development hell. It's gonna be cancelled 7 times.
I think if you're a Blizzard IP, you're just... Development hell is just like a basic thing that comes, you know, just comes with the
It
full
shouldn't.
package.
Development hell is part of the full package.
We found Cool's archive.
Why did I come over here just to find Senor Mustachio's journal?
Oh, this is like the last part we come to.
The goddamn cave of the Zoltan.
Mustachio's journal. Oh, that's some really nice design. Oh, I like that statue. It's real good.
Gee whiz, zombies. Is this Diablo 3? See, it's funny because 90% of the enemies are skeletons and zombies.
Yeah, Torchlight 2 did a really good job of not doing that.
Yeah.
But it almost ran into the problem that there were too many unique enemies.
I agree.
It's like, oh man, these things are cool. Oh man, I killed all of them.
That was one of the problems I had when we were playing through it. There
Better move on to
so many enemies, and I just...
I mean, don't get me wrong. Great job, Runic Games. It's fantastic, but... they need to be maybe a little more memorable.
I remember the big purple guys that you fought at the end, and I remember the robots.
It's because robots were kind of tricky.
Just because you only fought them once, but it was like a pretty big deal.
They spent so much time making... I love how that game felt random.
I
like,
agree.
It's like we could go back to an area 2 or 3 times, and it would be different, like significantly.
Found one of the caves.
I was actually looking at, there was, the developer released a video and he showed like 2 possible different variations, and he showed how they were actually 2 almost completely different environments, just layered one on top of the other. And he said that, you know, there's like a 50% chance of triggering one or the other each time.
Okay, so on the next episode, we're gonna go inside this cave. So see you guys next time. Bye.